Greetings, friends. It's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush. And I have another collage. If you'll remember, 2 weeks ago, I posted this image, a photo reference I created in Photoshop, and showed you how I mashed all the pieces together in a compilation of photos to make a good photo reference for me to work with. Well, this is the collage that I created from it. I start with the sky. And as you can see, all my little pieces, I've got the little seagull up there and my people on the beach. In order to save the pencil drawings, I trace them all with tracing paper. And that way I won't have to worry about cutting around little tiny pieces in order to make room for my little people. I can go ahead and I can collage right over the top of them. The pencil lines have been saved on tracing paper for later. Then I can always glue that tracing paper on where I need to. I find that's the best way to work. Then I'm not worried about cutting and fitting little tiny pieces of paper. It moves along much faster this way. So after the sky, I start in on the water. And water is a wonderful thing. It has all sorts of color and movement. And as it gets closer to the beach, the water gets lighter and greener in color. Also, the waves, though it may seem like it's just white water, it has mass and substance, and therefore it has shadow. I have to put down shadowy blue pieces underneath the waves so they will look like there has been a shadow cast. Isn't that interesting? I find it fascinating. Also, I used purple on the beach because wet sand usually looks a kind of a blue-gray, which is, not really appealing. So I used a rather pinkish purple instead for my wet sand. There's something about all this blue. It's very calming. The waves crashing on the sea, it's on the shore. It's very repetitious and also calming. There's something very beautiful about the beach, and so I really like beach scenes. Now it's time to put in my dry sand. Darker closer to the wet sand, and lighter as it gets drier and further away from the water. Now you can vaguely see where the people go, but they are, I haven't been careful about protecting those lines because I have those lines already traced on tracing paper. Now before I go too far, I've got to put in some of the waves that are in the background and also that rocky outcropping up above. And I did the waves by tearing the paper. The white fringy area on torn paper is perfect for waves. It's rough. It's not perfect. And it won't matter at all. Matter of fact, having that white fringe adds to the foamy appearance of waves. Now I realize that this rocky outcropping looks like I'm using black, but it is not black. It's a dark brown and dark green, very dark. Almost black. I'm going to add a few photos into that. I've got a truck that I'm going to put up there, and a lady with her hand on her face. I love hiding pictures inside pictures. It gives people who are looking at it something extra to find. Like, where's Waldo? So now it's time. I've glued in that little boy on the left. The tracing paper is in place, and now I'm going to start putting his clothes on him. I realized that in the photo reference he was wearing a blue windbreaker, but I decided to make it red. I think the red really adds something more, makes him brighter, makes him the focal point, draws your eye to the left. The girl walking adds movement. See, I've cut out her tracing paper and I'm putting that on. But I'm keeping her rather low key. I'm using orange for the shadows on her legs and arm. But I like that orange so much I decided to use it for her hair as well. And then I'm giving her a light blue dress. It's actually, the blue is cut out from a wall calendar of an ocean scene. You may or not be able to tell, but the blue dress is the waves in an ocean. I figured that works. And now it's time for the little people up there at the top. I put brown underneath them for shadow and then decided it was just too dark. I'm going to cover that over with blue later. And now I'm putting on her shirt and his shirt, the mom and the little boy, but his shirt is too light, needs some shadow, so I'm adding more. And there it is, all done. What do you think? I really like this beach scene. It has what I wanted, movement and cool calmness. There's a truck up there at the top. I added a few words, like I normally do. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I certainly appreciate all my subscribers. Give me a thumbs up if you like this one. And I try and post every Tuesday, so I will see you next week with another collage. Bye, everyone.